All right, coming up next in my Colognes in Cars series, continuing here on Joel the Nose, I'm gonna do another fragrance from my personal collection, talking about ones that I really love, and this is gonna be my favorite fresh fragrance. This is real life, you got airplanes above, but my favorite fresh fragrance as we're about to go into spring, it's already kind of spring-like here in Miami, find out what it is coming up next. Welcome back, everybody, to Joel the Nose. And again, as you can see, make sure my microphone is okay. Just gonna put it right there. Okay. So continuing in the Colognes and Cars series, I love this. We're out and about, driving around Miami in the beautiful streets here. The weather is amazing. We're almost kind of, for us, getting to kind of spring weather. Spring break is about to start. So why not do a video on my personal favorite fresh fragrance as we go by a construction site. Construction all over Miami, just buildings constantly going up, skyscrapers, it's crazy. It's like New York South, but I digress. What is my favorite fresh fragrance? Let's get right into this, okay? Let me pull over to the side so I can kind of show you guys, as I've been trying to do, not driving and holding something up. Favorite fresh fragrance in my collection, I think one of the great ones really in the last few years to come out, is London Spice from Fragrance Du Bois. London Spice is one, when I first smelled it, I don't know, maybe probably about 2.5 years ago, I think, it just spoke to me. You know when a fragrance speaks to you and it's just, you can't even necessarily say why. I mean, I could go through all the notes. It's spicy, it's peppery, it's got lemon, it's you know, it's got all these amazing notes, right? And I could go through, you can look them up. But this is one where I'm speaking about just how the passion, how it makes you feel. It's like when you meet a girl, or if you meet, you know, someone that you possibly have an interest in, and you can't explain it, right? Sometimes things just happen. And you try to list reasons why. You try to say, well, she does this, or he does that, or they're kind, or they're sweet, or they, you know, all these things you could list, right? On paper sound great, but they don't necessarily make you feel good. I do that with fragrances all the time. I kind of look at the notes and I'm like, oh, this one's gonna be perfect for me. And then when I smell it, it's not there. This is one of those fragrances, I don't care what's in it. It is just a winner. It succeeds for me. I get compliments. I can wear it any time of the year. Don't get me wrong, even though I consider this a fresh fragrance, Fragrance Du Bois always has, because it's got that really woody base, so you can wear this also still in cooler weather. But I think it's great actually this time of year as we're transitioning from that colder weather out into the, you know, warmer weather. You can put it on and it's gonna kind of help you just like transition. It's like a very good transition fragrance. And now we're getting dark because I'm going through the shade. But again, it's just, it's got this classic, to me, almost like, I want to say it's very, to me, a very gentlemanly smell. It's almost very, I guess I would say almost kind of classic, a little bit old school, a little bit fougere, a little bit almost like a British sensibility, even though obviously Fragrance Du Bois is a French house. This to me reminds me more of something that would come almost from like an Ormond Jane or one of those, you know, British houses, maybe Floris London. This is just, to me, it's an absolute home run by Fragrance Du Bois. It's a fragrance that I think it's not kind of typical. A lot of the stuff they do is you know, more oud, stronger ouds, or more sexy, or you know, more kind of like oriental. This one doesn't necessarily fit the typical mold of Fragrance Du Bois, which sometimes can go wrong when a house tries to go out of their comfort zone or out of what they do well, but they knocked it out of the park with this. And I love the bottle. It's got, of course, clearly London Spice. You know, it's got that, I mentioned earlier, that British sensibility. The name fits it perfectly. You've got they have different bottles, but this one has that gold and white kind of Union Jack look about it. And well, what are we gonna do here? I gotta do the spray on, right? 10 sprays, 10 to win. You know the rules. I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna apply 10 sprays of fragrance to show people you gotta step up your game and you gotta put on something that, for people to smell it and for it to last. Even a great fragrance like this, which by the way, I get about 8 hours of performance on my skin. I get good projection for about 3 to 4 hours. So it's right in that sweet spot of a fragrance that I like. So let's do this. 10 to win, baby. 10 to win. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've talked about this before. I always go on the back of my left hand because I do it after I showered. I've gone to the bathroom, so I know I'm not going to be using the bathroom anytime soon where I'm going to be washing it off. And this, it's just, for me, it's the best way to smell a fragrance constantly throughout the day, or at least for a few hours, rather than having to like stick your, your arm up in your face, or rather having to, obviously, you get the sillage from your neck, but to really get that smell, I love it. Love it on my left hand. It's just funny, maybe I'm left-handed also. That's my dominant hand, although I play a lot of sports right-handed. I digress. So there you have it, guys. I think one of the great fresh fragrances that have come out, so much better than the designer fresh fragrances. I don't care what you're talking about, Acqua di Gio or, Sauvage, or, any of those kind of, this one, if you want a fresh fragrance and you like that more mild, fresh scent, and you kind of wear more designer fragrances and you want to step up your game, this is the one to do it with. Fragrance Du Bois London Spice. Check it out, guys. Pick it up. Of course, Osme Perfumery has it here in Miami. Get it online in the store. That's where I get my stuff. But I'll be back soon with another video. Thanks as always for watching. And what I gotta say, but peace, love, and perfume.